Well, I'm going to talk a little Waterton Valley to Northern Highline today. Just figured I might as well link the two just because it's one big straight line. So I'm going to start north to south. So starting at Goat Haunt, you know, you have the old border patrol you got to check in if you come in through Waterton. Likewise, obviously, if you're going out, you need to check with Canadian Customs, but it's just a phone call. Anyways, so yeah, you start walking. It's all really treed area back there, real low level, just kind of goes little up and down. And the first thing you come up to is Kootenai Lakes, and Kootenai Lakes is really cool because of a lot of moose. And I don't know, like it's just awesome seeing so many moose. I've never seen that many moose in one spot, so it was just awesome to see that. And you can look up and see Porcupine Lookout and Porcupine Ridge with the wonderful Citadel Peaks, so that's pretty sweet. And then you continue on your journey, and you can there's a little cutoff for Porcupine Lookout, which I'd recommend to do if you can, and I've got another blog about that. And anyways, you just keep walking up, and you know, you pass some cool old cabins. Well, you pass one right on the trail. There's another one, the Kootenai Creek cabin, which I'm going to do a separate blog on. It's a little bit of a mystery to find, but you should check that one out. But anyways, you start heading up from the Waterton River Valley, and there's just epic views. I mean, the views are just incredible as you're walking through this alder-cleared section, and you're looking up I believe it's the head of the Waterton River, and yeah, it's just really great. You get to start seeing some glacier action and all that kind of stuff all the way up, and then it kind of gets socked in for a little bit in some good alpine goodness, and then after that you bust out to one of my favorite spots in the park. It's on the list with like Hole in the Wall and a few other places like that. It is just a fantastic boulder field right below Cathedral Peak on your way to 50 Mountain Campground. And it is just awesome, awesome, awesome. There's a patrol cabin that sits right up there. I got to see it when it was kind of socked in, so the clouds were moving all moody. And then I also got to see it when it was like, you know, sunsetting. So very, very cool. Also got to see a sow and two cubs on the ridge. So I filmed a little bit of that. And so, I mean, it's just pretty ridiculous, and I just really like it. I'm going to pause on my Highline trip a little bit, and I also did Packers Roost through Flat Top. So to walk you through that one, you start out at Packers Roost, and you start working your way up through. Well, you start out in like some treed areas, and you're walking along, and then it starts to pops out into the burn area, and you spend most of your time in the burn area, and so it's definitely toasty, definitely a lot of uphill as you get up Flat Top. But I was surprised by how awesome it was, actually. It was just really kind of a neat area. Saw a mountain goat, and I don't know, it was just really cool. Some nice water, nice waterfalls, and that kind of stuff in there. And then it just gets all spooky, grisly, and I saw an owl, which was awesome. And past Flat Top Campground, nothing really to sneeze at. Probably it's a little bit hot just because it's got so much exposure because of the burn, so not a big fan. But anyways, but that dumps out by 50 Mountain. That's why I paused. So anyways, the section from 50 Mountain to Granite is really, really cool. You start out about a mile and from 50 Mountain, and you go up to this Sue Lake Overlook. That is awesome. Do it. Take it, because it's really beautiful. And you get to look at Sue Lake, which is the source of Raven Quiver Falls, and you get to see Stony Indian Peaks, which is awesome. And it's just like really cool, especially if you are going to do that section later. It's just kind of nice to connect it all together. Anyways, so you continue along around Kip, and you just come into another great, like, another great valley, and that yields itself to Mineral Creek, the head of Mineral Creek, and there's just some really great boulder fields. You can hear pikas. If you're patient enough, you probably can see them, and it's just some, you know, once again, some really just neat country, and then you'll kind of go around a ridge, and then there's another awesome drainage, and that awesome drainage is Cattle Queen Creek, and And that's just a really fun spot. There's actually this waterfall that's out of control. It just comes out of the rock. There's no source for it above it that I can see. It just comes out of the rock, and it's really beautiful. And then anyways, you just kind of continue in these just big glacial, rocky, cathedral looking awesome things. And anyways, eventually you will, and I think when I came, I'm in late September, so it's definitely fall out. So one of the things that I didn't see a lot was a lot of waterfalls or creek crossings, but my understanding is those are going to be a bunch of hazards and snow and that kind of stuff if you do early season, so know that. Anyways, you finally come around. You work your way up through some, finally you get to some treed areas again after being a lot of burn and open areas. And then you come around over the shoulder of Ahern Peak, and you're in the Ahern Pass area. And this is just like once again, just another valley that's just great. And you finally will work your way down into the Ahern Pass, another like short, quarter to half a mile walk up, and it's really awesome. You get to look into the Helen Lake, which is a source of the Belly River, and you get to see a couple glaciers, and it's just really sweet. So I'd recommend, man, if you think you might have the energy, do it, because it's awesome. And then then as you start to work your way further south, one thing to note is the Ahern Drift. And the Ahern Drift is kind of interesting because they usually blast it every year with dynamite. Because it's just basically a hazard. So it was pretty inconsequential when I passed it, but be definitely looking at what it looks like, because it could be a very bad, dangerous situation. So make sure you have the right equipment and know how to cross that thing. But anyways, right after that, there's this really cool rock wall, kind of like, it's a really wide goat trail that you get to go up, and then it's just about 3 miles left to go ahead and hoof it up to Granite Park Chalet. You get to see the Swiftcurrent Lookout and just a handful of other lookouts. And once again, I'm just going to keep showing some more peaks and stuff because the views are just fantastic. And so if you like looking across big valleys and seeing really big peaks, this is yours for the taking. It is just fantastic. So anyways, you come up to the iconic, very classic Granite Park Chalet, which is just beautiful and awesome. And yeah. You can go ahead and stay there either at the chalet if it's that time of the year, or in the campground. So anyways, overall, great section of trail. A lot of people use it for the Northern Loop, which I might talk about in a future blog. But yeah, super great, super cool. Lots of just really neat places, great campgrounds. And so that is the Northern Highline / Waterton Valley with a little bit of flat top sprinkled in. Which is a source of Raven Quiver Falls, and you get to see, what do you get to see? Oh, you get to see Stony Indian Peaks, which is awesome, and it's just